Hello student, today's topic is plasma protein. So plasma proteins are present in blood. So blood consists of two components. One is liquid, another is solid. So plasma is a liquid medium of blood which constitute about 55 to 60%, whereas cell component is contained mainly erythrocyte, leukocyte, platelets. If the blood containing anticoagulant is centrifuged, the plasma separate out as a supernatant, while the cell remain at the bottom. So if you take the blood and add the anticoagulant and then allow it to separate, the plasma will get separate out as a supernatant. If you don't add anticoagulant in blood and allow to coagulate the blood, and the supernatant will come, that is called serum. Whereas when you add the anticoagulant in the blood and separate the supernatant is called plasma. The main difference between plasma and serum is, in plasma there is a presence of fibrinogen, whereas in serum absence of fibrinogen. So how the separation of plasma protein takes place? First, the plasma will be get separate from blood. Now in plasma there are number of different protein. So the total concentration of plasma protein is about 6 to 8 gram per deciliter, means per 100 ml. And an old age technique is used for the separation of plasma protein is addition of varying concentration of ammonium sulfate or sodium sulfate. In practical, we already learned about the half saturation and full saturation. Same technique is applied to separate the different component of plasma protein by adding different concentration of ammonium sulfate or sodium sulfate. By salting out process, plasma protein can be separated into three groups, namely albumin, globulin and fibrinogen. The next method used for the separation of plasma protein is electrophoresis. Either paper electrophoresis or agar gel electrophoresis with Vernol buffer having pH 8.6. It separates the plasma protein into 5 distinct bands, namely albumin, alpha 1 globulin, alpha 2 globulin, beta globulin and gamma globulin. And the concentration of this fraction can be estimated by densitometer. So by salting out method, plasma protein are separated into 3 groups, whereas by electrophoresis, plasma proteins are get separated into 5 distinct groups or 5 distinct bands. So first we will see albumin. So it is the major constituent of plasma protein, represents 60% of total concentration, and have, in terms of gram, it is 3.5 to 5 gram per deciliter. Then synthesis of albumin. Albumin is exclusively synthesized by liver. It produces about 12 gram of albumin per day, and which represent 25% of total hepatic protein synthesis, and albumin having half-life of 20 days. So synthesis of albumin is 25% of total protein which are synthesized by liver, means liver, whatever the protein synthesized in the day, 25% is represent albumin, and in terms of gram, 12 gram of albumin synthesized per day. Then function of albumin. So due to its high concentration and low molecular weight, albumin is contributes to 75 to 80% of total plasma osmotic pressure, that is 25 mmHg. So whatever the osmotic pressure is contributed by plasma protein, so albumin alone is responsible for the 75 to 80% of total osmotic pressure of plasma protein. Albumin play predominant role in maintaining blood volume and body fluid distribution. Decrease in plasma albumin result in a fall in osmotic pressure and leading to coma, because albumin is represent or contributes near about 75 to 80% of total osmotic pressure, so that 25% of rest of osmotic pressure is contributed by globulin and fibrinogen. So if the plasma albumin concentration will decrease, the osmotic pressure will decrease drastically, which leads to the edema. Then albumin is also responsible for the transport of some biochemical compound in body. So the transport function of albumins are: albumins bind and transport several biochemically important compounds. This includes free fatty acid, bilirubin, steroid hormone, calcium and copper, prealbumin, retinol binding protein, thyroxine binding protein, and transcortin. Albumin is also have a nutritive function. Albumin serve as a source of amino acid for a tissue protein synthesis to limited extent. So albumin can be used or source of supply the amino acid for a protein synthesis during translation to limited extent. Then albumin also having buffering function. So among the plasma protein, albumin has a maximum buffering capacity, that is 75 to 80%. Then clinical significance of albumin. So albumin binding to certain compound in plasma and prevent them from crossing the blood-brain barrier. So again, for example, it form albumin bilirubin complex, then albumin free fatty acid complex. So after binding with any molecule, the molecular weight or molecular size of that complex will increase, so they cannot cross blood-brain barrier. Then hypoalbuminemia. So it is observed in malnutrition, nephrotic syndrome, and liver cirrhosis. In malnutrition, there will be insufficient supply of protein. In nephrotic syndrome, it will excrete through urine, and in liver cirrhosis, there is the synthesis of protein will be hampered, because protein albumin is synthesized in liver. So albumin is excreted in urine in nephrotic syndrome and certain inflammatory condition of urinary tract. Again, albumin is therapeutically useful for the treatment of burns and hemorrhages. In next part, we will see the second part of plasma protein is globulin.